The wrong gift that ended my marriage. I caught my wife cheating because of a simple mistake, a gift she meant for someone else. One careless mix-up shattered the illusion of my marriage and left me holding the evidence in my hands, cold and stunned on the porch of our cozy Denver home. It was a crisp October afternoon. The kind where the sunlight filters through amber leaves and the air carries that sharp edge of oncoming winter. I had just returned from school, still in my button-down shirt and slacks, my messenger bag slung over one shoulder. I remember it vividly because I hadn't planned to be home that early. A last-minute cancellation in my schedule gave me an unexpected hour to breathe. I spotted a small package resting against the front door, the handwriting on it instantly recognizable. Clara's handwriting. We'd been married 7 years. Me, a high school math teacher. Clara, a freelance graphic designer. We had our rhythm. Morning coffee brewed just how she liked it, quiet dinners, Sunday hikes in the Rockies. It wasn't a storybook romance, but it was solid. Real. Or so I thought. The package was addressed to me, Michael Tanner, but as I turned it over in my hands something felt off. It was light but carried a strange weight. Inside, nestled in tissue paper, was a sleek, expensive leather wallet. Monogrammed with the initials JR. That wasn't me. A yellow sticky note fluttered loose as I opened it. Clara's handwriting again, unmistakable. For my favorite person. Can't wait for our weekend in Vail. See you soon. My heart paused. Vail. We hadn't planned any trip. And favorite person. That wasn't how Clara and I talked. Not even on our best days. I stood frozen, the wind picking up around me, scattering the fallen leaves as if echoing the chaos brewing inside. I turned the wallet over in my hands, inspecting the craftsmanship, the polished edges. This wasn't a casual gift. This was intimate, thoughtful, personal. I tried to rationalize. Maybe it was for a client. Maybe she'd just mixed things up. But as I walked into the house, the warmth of our shared space now feeling artificial and cold, I couldn't shake the weight settling in my chest. The kind of heaviness you get when the truth is knocking, and you already know the answer before the words are spoken. That evening when Clara got home I was waiting. The wallet and sticky note laid out neatly on the kitchen table, framed like evidence in a courtroom. She walked in, smiling, until she saw what was waiting for her. "Clara," I said quietly. "Who's JR?" Her face went pale. The color drained so fast it was like watching someone being erased. She reached for a response, but her voice cracked. It's a client gift. I must have mixed up the labels." But her eyes darted to the floor. And that's when I knew. Knew with the kind of certainty that leaves no room for doubt. I slid the sticky note toward her. She stared at it for a moment, then sank into the kitchen chair like her legs had given out. Her lips trembled, and for a moment she didn't speak. Then quietly she whispered, "I didn't mean for you to find out this way." Her voice cracked on the last word. James Reynolds. Client turned lover. Someone she'd met through her freelance work. Someone she'd been seeing for months. She confessed everything in broken pieces. Weekend trips she'd taken under the pretense of business, long dinners after client meetings, moments she had stolen while I was grading papers or coaching the mathletes. The Vail trip was real. Just not for us. The note, the wallet, the plans. None of it had been meant for me. She had ordered 2 gifts online. One for me, a basic scarf. And one for James, the wallet. But in a moment of carelessness, she swapped the shipping labels. That mistake, that tiny lapse in attention, blew a hole through the center of our marriage. I couldn't stay in the house that night. I grabbed my coat, left without a word, and ended up at a park a few blocks away. I sat on a weathered bench under the open sky, the stars blinking down at me like distant witnesses to the unraveling of my life. I kept replaying our years together, our wedding vows, the late-night movies, our plans to one day start a family. And I wondered, was any of it real? Had she been drifting away while I was still holding on? The next morning I told her I needed space. She packed a bag and moved into a friend's place, her face lined with guilt and red-rimmed eyes. I stayed in the house, though it no longer felt like a home. Just a shell echoing with the memory of us. In the weeks that followed, I survived by routine. I poured myself into teaching, into the logic of numbers and the safety of routine. Picked up running again. The rhythm of my footsteps on the pavement helped drown out the noise in my head. Mile after mile, I outran the ghost of a marriage that had been quietly dying. Eventually, Clara and I met one last time, to sign the divorce papers. She cried. I didn't. Not because I wasn't hurting, but because I had nothing left to give her. She had made her choice, and I had finally made mine. Months later, I found myself standing in that same park, watching the first snow fall over Denver. The world was quiet, blanketed in white, peaceful. The wallet that started it all. I had donated it, left it in a box with other forgotten things. Its weight no longer sat in my chest. Clara's mistake broke me, but it also freed me. It forced me to stop clinging to a version of my life that no longer existed, to see the truth I had ignored. And in the wreckage, I found something unexpected. A flicker of hope, a belief that maybe, just maybe, love could still be honest. Sometimes the wrong gift is what finally delivers the truth. And sometimes that truth is the first step to healing.